Hello guys, it's the Unclear 999. Today's video is about big brands. Throughout history, the world's biggest brands have not merely sold products. They've created movements, built trust, and established emotional connections with audiences around the globe. Companies like Apple, Nike, Coca-Cola, and Amazon didn't rise to prominence overnight. Their massive followings and cultural influence are the results of intentional strategies, relentless innovation, customer obsession, and powerful branding. At the core of every brand's success story lies a deep understanding of human behavior, psychology, and the evolving needs of their target audience. What separates these giants from thousands of other companies that never reach the same heights is their relentless focus on consistency, identity, and customer experience. Big brands don't just sell products, they tell stories, create identities, and offer lifestyles. Their visual identities, logos, color palettes, and taglines are consistent across all platforms, fostering immediate recognition. Think of McDonald's golden arches, Apple's sleek minimalist aesthetic, or Amazon's smiling arrow. These visual cues aren't random, they're calculated to evoke emotion, familiarity, and trust. The consistency builds memory, and memory builds loyalty. Equally important is innovation. The most successful brands are often the most adaptable. They embrace change, anticipate market shifts, and lead rather than follow. Apple revolutionized personal technology with the iPhone, Amazon transformed how the world shops, and Tesla reshaped public perception of electric vehicles. These brands disrupt industries by introducing products or services that redefine convenience, style, or functionality. But innovation isn't only about the product, it's also about how it's delivered. Amazon's dominance comes not just from its vast inventory, but from its unmatched logistics and obsession with speed and customer service. Another core element is authenticity. In a crowded marketplace, people gravitate toward brands that feel real, human, and purposeful. Today's consumers, especially younger generations, want to support companies that reflect their values. Brands like Patagonia and Ben & Jerry's have built devoted followings not just through great products, but through their stances on environmental and social justice issues. Their marketing feels less like persuasion and more like conversation. In contrast, brands that appear tone-deaf or insincere often face backlash and lose trust, which can be fatal in the age of social media. Community building is another secret weapon behind massive brand growth. The biggest brands don't just market to consumers, they empower them to become part of something bigger. Red Bull is a perfect example. Rather than relying solely on traditional ads, Red Bull created a global lifestyle brand centered around adventure, extreme sports, and adrenaline. They sponsored events, supported athletes, and told stories that thrilled and inspired. This strategy cultivated a community of fans who saw Red Bull not just as a drink, but as a mindset. Nike, too, builds community through its Just Do It campaigns, which often highlight real people overcoming adversity. Ultimately, big brands grow big because they understand one universal truth. People don't just buy products, they buy emotions, values, and experiences. The product is the gateway, but the brand is what keeps people coming back. It's the story that resonates, the experience that delights, and the identity that aligns with their own. Whether it's the aspirational lifestyle offered by Nike, the elegant simplicity of Apple, or the unbeatable convenience of Amazon, great brands make consumers feel like they belong to something meaningful. And in that emotional connection lies the power to grow, not just big, but legendary. Social media has fundamentally transformed the way brands connect with people, and those that learned to master its power have skyrocketed their influence in a relatively short amount of time. Brands like Glossier, Gymshark, and even legacy companies like Nike and Coca-Cola have leveraged platforms like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X, not only for advertising, but for storytelling, engagement, and direct communication. Social media gives brands a stage to showcase not just their products, but their voice, personality, and mission in a way that resonates with millions instantly. It removes the corporate wall and humanizes the brand. One viral moment, one authentic post, or one creator collaboration can turn a small idea into a global phenomenon. This immediacy and accessibility are tools the biggest brands have mastered, often setting trends, rather than following them. One of the most powerful elements of social media branding is influencer marketing. Big brands understand the importance of social proof, and influencers serve as modern-day brand ambassadors. Collaborations with popular creators allow brands to access built-in audiences and cultivate trust. For example, Fashion Nova grew from a little-known brand to a billion-dollar empire largely through influencer marketing on Instagram. The brand partnered with thousands of micro and macro influencers who showcased the brand's products in real-life settings, giving it massive exposure among young, fashion-forward audiences. Similarly, Gymshark evolved from a small startup to a fitness apparel powerhouse by strategically collaborating with fitness influencers who aligned with its brand identity and values. These influencers didn't just promote products, they embodied the lifestyle the brand wanted to sell, making the connection far more powerful than a traditional ad. In addition to social media, many big brands owe their massive followings to a firm embrace of data and analytics. The digital age offers brands something that was nearly impossible in the past: instant feedback loops. Amazon is the ultimate example of a data-driven brand. Every click, scroll, and purchase is analyzed to optimize user experience, suggest products, and even forecast trends. Netflix uses viewing data to greenlight original series, improving the odds of success. Facebook perfected targeting algorithms to ensure ads reach the most relevant audience. These companies don't guess, they know, and that data advantage fuels personalization, which in turn creates stronger customer relationships and higher conversion rates. Brands that understand their customers intimately through data can speak directly to their needs, preferences, and pain points with astonishing accuracy. Brand loyalty programs are another effective tool in growing a massive customer base. Starbucks Rewards, for instance, not only incentivizes repeat purchases, but gamifies the buying process and offers personalized perks. The app's success lies in its ability to blend convenience, customization, and exclusivity, making customers feel like Similarly, Sephira's Beauty Insider program segments users into tiers, offering increased benefits and status for more purchases, encouraging a deeper relationship with the brand over time. These loyalty programs do more than drive sales. They foster a sense of identity and belonging, which is critical for long-term brand success. Big brands also recognize the importance of creating an omnichannel experience. This means ensuring the customer's journey is seamless, whether they're shopping online, in-store, on mobile, or through social media. Brands like Apple, Target, and Disney have invested heavily in aligning their digital and physical experiences. Apple stores, for example, aren't just retail outlets, they're brand theaters. The sleek design, open layout, and hands-on product exploration all mirror the user-friendly, premium aesthetic found on Apple's website and in its packaging. Disney offers a similarly consistent experience, from its movies to its parks to its apps, each reinforcing the magical, immersive world it promises. When customers feel like the brand is the same wherever they engage, trust is reinforced and loyalty grows. Content is king, but context is God. Successful brands know that great content must be tailored to fit not only the platform but also the audience's mindset. Coca-Cola's content strategy varies between storytelling through emotional commercials on television and punchy, visually appealing campaigns on Instagram or TikTok. They understand that a Gen Z user scrolling TikTok expects short, entertaining bursts, whereas a family watching a holiday ad during a major event wants sentiment and tradition. Contextual content shows the brand gets it and knows how to meet its audience where they are physically and emotionally. And when this understanding is combined with creativity, the results can be legendary. Think of Nike's "You Can't Stop Us" campaign or Dove's Real Beauty movement. Finally, what truly cements a brand's massive following is its ability to build a sense of belonging. Harley-Davidson, for example, is less about motorcycles and more about a lifestyle, a brotherhood of freedom and rebellion. Apple fans line up for hours for new product releases, not just because of the gadgets, but because of the identity Apple represents: cool, innovative, ahead of the curve. These brands become tribes. People don't just use their products, they wear them like badges of honor. This tribal loyalty is hard to break because it goes beyond logic into emotion. A customer may switch phone providers, but an Apple loyalist won't switch to Android not because of features, but because of allegiance. And that allegiance is born from years of emotional reinforcement, storytelling, and brand consistency. In every case, the biggest brands succeed not by accident, but by design. They understand that branding is not a one-time campaign, it is an ongoing conversation, a lived experience, and a relationship built over time through strategic use of technology, culture, content, community, and consistency. They build something far more powerful than a customer base. They build belief, and that belief turns into loyalty, advocacy, and ultimately